Let's fix a toddler's mistake today. We are at the end of the growing season, and I sent my granddaughters out to the garden to pick all the rest of the tomatoes, and I said, it's all right to pick the green ones. We can fry them and have them for dinner, and that's fine. Well, they came back, and they literally picked every tomato, including the itsy bitsy green tomatoes. And what am I going to do with those? Well, I'll make chutney, and it's easy because you don't even have to chop them. So what I have here is 3 cups of green tomatoes, and all I need to do is take them and take the stem off, and that's it. And they go in the pot. Next thing I did have to chop, I have a 1.5 cups of red onions and 2 cloves of minced garlic. I have a 1.25 cups of brown sugar, light brown sugar. You could probably use dark if that's all you have, but light's fine. 2 cups of malt vinegar. This is the kind that's usually used with fish and chips, and it is a nice mellow taste and works really well for chutney. We're also going to include 1/2 cup of raisins. So those go in the pot. And then the seasonings, which is pretty easy. 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. You get a theme here. All these 1/2 teaspoons make life really easy. 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of salt. And a sprinkle, because I'm not crazy about it, of black pepper. Okay, so here we are. We have everything ready to go. Notice the tomatoes, again, were not chopped. Just the onions were chopped because I had a huge red onion for that 1.5 cups. We are going to put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, then reduce it to a simmer, and cook it for 2 hours. The green tomatoes have a lot of pectin in them, so that'll naturally thicken the chutney, and you will have a nice, flavorful chutney that is great to serve on meat. I think it's a terrific appetizer on cream cheese, and if you want to be fancy, you can even blend the cream cheese with curry powder and then put the chutney on top. It'll last in the refrigerator about 4 to 6 weeks because of the vinegar and the sugar and the salt, so it's great for holiday entertaining to have around. If you're not going to use it all, if you've doubled or tripled the recipe as you can also can it in a water bath, and then you can have little jars to give as gifts. So the little green tomatoes that would have been left in the garden without anything are now going to be a yummy chutney. And my granddaughters don't need to worry about me wasting their harvest. We're about halfway through the chutney, and you can see it's really starting to cook down, but there are still some chunks of green tomato left. It has about an hour left, so we will check in then. So here we are after 2 hours cooking. The chutney is nicely cooked down. We're going to let it cool at room temperature to thicken.
As you see now that it's cold, it's thick, the texture is like jam or jelly, and it's ready to be refrigerated. It will keep for about 4 to 6 weeks.